Okay, we're live. I had no idea it had gone live. It was like making me wait for something. Um, but yeah, today we're gonna talk about a couple of things. I have someone that's supposed to be calling in right now. Give me 1 second to set this up. There's um there's a lot that's been going on recently. There's a lot that's been going on right now recently. Um, it's kind of hard to put it all into a box, of like, oh well, this is exactly what's going on. Um, the difficulty I'm having is the split that it's creating between some of my friends and I. Things have gotten a bit more serious because the older you get, the more you realize that politics affect you like a lot. Um, Politics affects every aspect of your life, whether you like to admit it or not. Sorry for the interruptions. This should have sent out. No, this should have sent out a while ago. It's making me do it all manually. It's not what I pay for. I know that sounds bougie, but I pay for this streaming service. It's supposed to do everything automatically. Post my Facebook status, tweet it out, all that. Not feeling in my ass. Niggas risking COVID to go smoke hookah. That's fine. I'll call somebody else. But there's so much that's been going on in the past like 9 months, and things seem to progressively get worse before they seem to get better. It's really difficult to stay positive, especially during COVID. How we're all locked down and it's you're very restricted. Excuse me, you're very restricted on what you're supposed to be, what you're allowed to be doing. Um, I mean, at the beginning, a lot of us thought like, oh, this will blow over, because China said, oh, it's contained, it's staying over here. We got a hold of it, and then we started hearing stories like, oh, there's some people in Italy catching this. It's like, oh, there's some people in London catching this, and I was like, oh, there's 2 cases in Florida. It's like, oh, there's like 5 cases in New York, and then, boom, it just everywhere. It just exploded everywhere, and we were kind of all taken by surprise. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? What is this? You know, how do we, how do we, what do you call it? Control manage, damage control. How do we damage control this situation? And then we all got put on lockdown, and that's when things just started getting weird because when you're on lockdown, you got nothing but time. If you're not essential, if you're essential, things have been normal for you. You've still been going to work. Um, it's uh, it's weird, because you have to wear a mask at work, and there's less people. But if you're an essential worker, essentially, no pun intended, nothing's really changed for you. Um, but if you're non-essential and you've been put on lockdown, they've told you to go home, like I was, how my girl was. You're now hyper focused on whatever's on the internet, and excuse me, I was get the bad case of yawns whenever I had the broadcast. And the problem with that is that there's been nothing but negativity, politics, Donald Trump, COVID, Epstein, child trafficking. I mean, Facebook has gone on to ban the hashtag Save Our Children, but they don't ban these pages called Cute Little Boys, where you can, assume what's on there. I don't need to go into detail, but lightly, I can put it that there's people posting pictures of little boys, and then you can imagine what the comments look like. Facebook might have taken that page down by now because it got the attention of so many people, but I guarantee you there's thousands of other accounts, other groups on Facebook just like that. So during this lockdown, so many people started realizing and waking up to what's actually going on. And there's so much going on, you just don't realize it when your day-to-day is back and forth, because that's how they want you. They want you to keep the machine oiled. They want you to keep the machine running, so that you are distracted, you are disconnected from what's really going on. And since a lot of people have been home, even if you're essential, a lot of essential workers got part-time. So a lot of people still have time even if they were essential. And they're watching the Epstein documentary, and they're watching these videos surfacing, and the viral posts. I had a part in before it went viral was the Tom Hanks post of the SRC. I'm not going to go into detail on that either. There's a lot of stuff that YouTube flags for now. It's becoming really censored. I understand why Joe Rogan's actually going on over to Spotify, but Tom Hanks posted a picture of a glove on the pavement, and in chalk next to it, it said SRC USA. And if you Google it, or not Google it, sorry, look it up. Go to the Yandex. It's a Russian search server, and look up SRC USA. And that's all I'm gonna say. I can't say the rest. Make sure that it's like a quick look, and then you're off, because I don't know how much of that you can actually research into before. Actually, if you are going to look at it, I will take here. This is what I'm going to say. If you are gonna go take a look at it, use a VPN. You can get a VPN on your phone, absolutely free. It's a private network. This is for educational purposes. I'm not saying go and do it. I'm saying if you are going to, you can get a VPN. That's just for educational purposes. Fuck. Sorry. But that blew up, and then something else went viral, and it's the Wayfair conspiracy of the containment lockers that are worth $17,000, $18,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, and the pieces of furniture are named after missing kids that have been missing for months. Some of the kids have been found, supposedly. Some of them had tweeted out like, "Oh, I'm safe," da da da. Who knows? People make bot accounts all the time. Ellen DeGeneres has a line of, I believe, pillows on that website, and that was a problem. Hello?
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's good?
Alright, so how we doing?
We're live, so I'm just gonna have the phone next to my microphone.
Wait, so I'm live on Twitch right now?
Hold on. Actually, I figured. Is your camera on?
How do I do that? Video producer?
No, I mean, like, is the tape thingy off of your camera?
Yes.
Okay, so then I just have to call you. Yes, they are on. For the love of God.
What?
No, this thing, it's acting stupid. I don't... Um, God damn it. And I'm getting another call right now at the same. Let's just do the audio. I can't get the video working right now.
Why can't you do it?
Because it's not accepting my camera and my microphone. Because I'm using it on Twitch.
Well, isn't that what you were gonna do?
Yeah, but it's only recognizing it on Twitch, and Facebook is basically saying, "Hey, these devices are being used on another software. We can't do this right now." So,
What are we gonna use?
so for the first podcast, we're gonna have to make it video. I mean audio. Sorry.
Audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have another option. Like, I just tried it. Whoever's watching me saw me try it because it showed my whole screen, and I clicked it. Like, I'll try it again. I hit the video call, and it says an error occurred when trying to access camera or microphone. Hardware access error. To make a call, you need to turn your camera and microphone on, and they are on. What that is that it's already on another program, which is my YouTube broadcast right now. So that's why it's not. That's why it's not accepting it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, here, I'll try it again. You'll need to allow microphone and camera access for. Yeah, it is allowed. It won't let me. Yeah, snowball. Yeah, it's still not letting me. All right, let's do audio. Hello?
What?
Let's do audio. I'm live, so I gotta pick up the pace.
Hey, so where do I go live on?
Nowhere. It's just here through my phone.
Cause I'm on Twitch right now.
Are you live on Twitch? Hello? Are you live on Twitch?
Wait, what?
Are you live on Twitch?
I don't know how to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just do the audio for this one, and then.
Hold on. Oh, wait.
Because if you go live
What am I supposed to click? What do you do to go live?
If you go live, they're gonna have to choose which broadcast they want to watch. Because I'm not live on Twitch. Remember, I told you you're easily bannable. I'm live on YouTube.
Okay. If we can do this on YouTube. Create, go live.
So then people are gonna have to decide between whether they want to watch your YouTube live or my YouTube live.
I don't think that matters as long as they're watching it.
Wait. This doesn't make sense to me because we're gonna split the audience. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Ellen DeGeneres was she had a line of pillows on there, and I think they were going for $8,000. Some people were trying to justify the fact wafer containers.
Hold on
Because
one second. Hold on. I'm trying to see how. Probably the first tool to easily let you go live on YouTube Live with.
YouTube Live, you do it through YouTube Studio.
Just branding on title video. We help you amplify your business and brand video.
Yo,
Yo.
you do YouTube Live through YouTube Studio. It's super easy.
With 2 people.
Oh, with 2 people? What I could just go live on YouTube, and then I could just put you in my capture on the screen, so people will see you.
Okay.
So go live on YouTube.
Alright, give me 1 second.
But they justified the Wayfair containers and the prices by saying that the material to make those containers were expensive, but then they didn't have an explanation as to A, why they were named after the names of missing children, and B, how come the pillows and the teddy bears and the smaller things costed that price as well. And so it became a huge conspiracy, and that just opened up a rabbit hole, and people started looking into adrenochrome. And that's something, basically, allegedly, that's the word I'm going to use because I already explained earlier. Adrenochrome is something they extract from the human anatomy once it goes under a heavy level of stress, fear, and panic, and they ingest the adrenochrome. And so people started looking into these conspiracies and finding companies that allegedly sell adrenochrome at a ridiculously high price. And then people started figuring out, oh, well, if you watch Fear and Loathing in Vegas, there's a scene where Johnny Depp is offered adrenochrome, and the guy tells him that it's a high that he's never had before. He's got it in a little glass vial, and he takes it.
Alright, so I go live?
Yeah, go live on YouTube. Let me know when you're live.
Go to webcam.
Sorry for the interruption.
What interruption?
I'm talking to the people.
What are you calling this podcast?
Dirty Citizen episode 1.
Dirty with an I?
Yeah. And Citizen, it's one word. And episode 1.
Dirty Citizen, one word?
Yeah.
Okay.
And hold on.
Made for kids or not?
Episode 1. Huh?
Made for kids?
No. But no.
Okay. Next. Alright. Alright, I'm live.
Alright. So now I just...
Yo. I can fucking hear myself. Can I hear myself? Yo! Oh, it's picking up the audio now. Okay.
Is it 136 music?
Nope, it's Frank Stack.
With 2 X's?
Yep.
It's not... Oh, Frank Stack's music?
Yep.
No, don't add the fucking cue. Alright, talk.
Talk.
Hello.
Oh, fuck. Do you have headphones or else it's gonna echo?
Oh fuck, do you have headphones or it's just gonna... Yeah.
Yes.
Can you plug them in?
And Mike.
It's gonna work perfectly.
I don't even external. Wait, where are you, Coffee Man? I can't see you on here.
We'll pull up my pull up my open a new tab and pull up my my thing, my channel, Dirty Sprite. All eyes.
I just ended my stream.
Why?
Cause I'm trying to figure this shit out.
You had it. What do you mean? You just had to plug in your headset because the audio was playing out loud, so the broadcast would hear it, then they would hear it again.
Alright, let me see. Give me 1 second. Alright. Wait, so I go to YouTube on a separate tab?
Yeah.
And what do I type in?
Dirty Sprite. All eyes. No space.
Dirty Sprite. Okay.
And I should pop up.
Live now.
Yeah. And then mute it. Or don't mute it. Fuck.
Yeah. This shit's delayed.
You said it's delayed?
And it won't let me
It won't let you what?
join.
What do you mean join?
How are we gonna go live together?
I'm putting it on my program. You don't have to do anything. That's why I asked you why'd you end your live, because you don't have to do anything.
Go live again.
You guys be patient with me. We're doing this so that we have so that we have both of our faces on the screen. No, that's not it. Are you live again? No, you're not. Now you are.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, you're not. Well, go live.
30 seconds, go live, alright?
Is it live?
Loading.
I'm gonna roast the shit out of this man, Carlos.
Is he going live with us?
No, I'll tell you why. Just be truthful with me and I won't roast you. No, you're still not live.
Alright. Go live. Why is it not going live? Fuck nothing, man.
Well, that's why I was gonna keep it to audio this time because this is too complicated and people are leaving.
I feel like it's complicated, though.
What?
I feel like it's not complicated. Maybe we're just doing something wrong.
No, I told you. You just need to go live on YouTube and then I pop it up on my streaming program and that's it.
No, it's not for kids. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
thing is that there's probably going to be a delay. So when we're talking to each other through video, you're going to hear me say what I say. Then for like 4 seconds, or 5 seconds, there's probably going to be a delay.
Hold on. It says I'm live.
Okay, so let me. Okay. Alright, you're live. So, now all I have to do is turn on my window capture, and there you are. How do you fit it to the screen, though? Is there a way to do that? No, not that. Default view. Nope, don't want to do that. Theater mode.
We have both of our faces.
Okay, I know exactly how to do this.
5 minutes.
Huh?
Like 5 minutes delayed.
It's a 5-minute delay?
That's what it feels like.
No, it's probably 10 seconds.
Go live.
Oh shit, wait, hit refresh?
Refresh. Oh,
Huh? There we go.
It's a 5-minute delay.
So we're just gonna have to do this smart. We're gonna have to not speak over each other, but it'll work out.
Alright. Don't say nothing right now. Don't say anything. There we go.
Okay, I got it. We're gonna use our FaceTime audio to talk, and you mute your audio on your side so you don't hear me. We're gonna be using our FaceTime as the microphone.
Yeah, this shit is late by like 3 minutes.
All right, so we're gonna have to switch the audio. Cause I'm on Central Time. You're on the East Coast. The bandwidth is different. The bit rates are different. Like there's gonna be a weird delay unless we like prepared to do this shit through Skype. Now it's down to 0, and this is taking too long. Did you end it?
And what?
Cause your shit was buffering.
Alright. I'm ending it now.
All right. Switching to audio. Okay, I'm gonna call you on audio.
Alright.
Hello. Hey, what's up, Mev?
What's up?
I'm just gonna add Franklin to the call. We were trying to set it up through video, but it just wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm gonna add him to the call. How do I do this? Alright, there we go. How do I merge calls?
Who's calling?
Mev?
Oh, okay. You just have to hit merge.
It's not letting me, it's gray. It says swap. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Our phone's disconnected. I'm sorry for these technical difficulties. No, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be his fucking cell phone. Why did they make this so difficult? Okay, now I hit add call. No. That doesn't even make sense. Why would... Do you have Mev's number by any chance?
Nope.
This is being so fucking difficult. This is such a bad start to my first fucking broadcast. 30 minutes in and I haven't talked about anything. Hello?
Hello?
How do you merge both calls? It doesn't let me.
I don't. I have no clue. I mean, are you not able to do like a regular phone call instead of audio?
It's well, I tried calling you and it went straight to voicemail.
From your regular number?
Yeah. Or you call me then.
I don't. Can you text me the number? Because I only have your email one.
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Hello?
Yes.
This is such a pain in the fucking ass. They complicated this shit without having to. Like, there's no reason why they needed to do this. Like, now it's like home, cell, WhatsApp, Facebook, FaceTime audio. But I hit FaceTime audio and it calls the home phone number. Like, I don't... Ay, ay, ay. So she's... she's gonna call my cell phone number, and then I'm gonna add your cell phone number. So I'm gonna hang up so she can call, and then I can add you. I apologize, guys. This has been 30 fucking minutes of technical difficulties. This is a nightmare. But as I was saying, yeah, Ellen DeGeneres came under fire for not only that, but the way that she treats her staff. Everybody started realizing that Ellen DeGeneres is actually a really cynical individual. She treats staff like shit. She treats guests like shit. Hello? Mm-hmm. Okay. Add call. Stacks. Please let me merge the calls. Please let me merge the calls. Pick up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 703655737.
him. He didn't pick up. Yep.
What up?
Alright, so I FaceTime audio does not work. I have to call your cell phone, which I did, and you didn't pick up.
I didn't get a call.
Oh my god. I'm 36 minutes in, and it's been 36 minutes of technical difficulties. This is... I'm gonna have to call you back on your cell phone number.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Just bear with me.
Yeah.
I'm 36 minutes in, and it's all technical difficulties. Yes! Let's go! It says merch calls. Hello? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, that was such a fucking headache. So live with us is Franklin and Mev. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
So I was talking about, before I was trying to get this shit to work properly, was the fact that ever since COVID started and a lot of people had to go into lockdown, it gave a lot of people a shit ton of free time, to look into things that they normally wouldn't look into, and that's why there was such a huge increase in the number of people talking about conspiracies. How do you guys feel about that? Like, do you feel like it personally affected you on, giving those things a little bit more of attention?
Yeah, I actually do think that's really true. I feel like, especially now that with things like whatever's going on in general behind like the government or with like celebrities or just like the minor things, since people don't really have that much time on their hands. I mean, they have nothing but time on their hands. They were able to actually like see more into it, because I feel like if you have so much availability, if it's not something that is already in your face, but you have all this time going out and whatnot, no one wants to actually sit down and really read into it.
Yeah.
But since they were limited, not by choice, everything just started coming into light.
What about you, Franklin?
I agree. I feel like, it just, it became cool, I guess,
Yeah.
because people used to shit on it and stuff, but now, because of all the time people had, like me personally, I didn't go looking for anything, but, I would see what people post, see what people say, so I feel like, there was a broader amount of information because other people were posting about it, so, you really got to be out of the loop if you didn't see anything. But yeah, I mean, I think people really did have time to dig into it and study and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, addressing your point where you said you saw that it got popular and people used to shit on it, I spoke on that because there were so many people that, called me crazy and said that these things aren't true and, stop watching YouTube videos, and then to see, like, dead on the same group of people posting about, save our children, stop child sex trafficking, the Epstein Island. I'm seeing these people call me crazy, make tweets like, go watch the Epstein documentary. It's so crazy that these things are happening. So, I mean, it's a little bittersweet, but at the end of the day, like, I've done a lot of maturing, so I set that aside, and I'm just like, well, at this point, as long as they're paying attention and, they are looking into what's actually going on, then I really don't give a fuck. Because you have nothing to gain. Yeah?
Okay, so I don't really think it's too much about, like, oh, it became popular. it's just like what I mentioned earlier, that there's a lot of people who, how do I say it, like, they didn't really have a choice during the quarantine. There are some people who didn't have a choice. There was like a lot of, I don't know how to say it, but like it's just like a lot of those news, which aren't really actually news, but everything that was considered conspiracy theories, because of during quarantine, now that there isn't much like entertainment to distract people, I just feel like things are just coming more into light, because I feel like the people who thought all that stuff was like BS and just thought that it was like, you know, like they considered people like you crazy and stuff like that. I feel like it's just simply because it just sounds so absurd that people don't want to believe it. But now that it's actually coming up during a time where there isn't that much distractions that is able to keep their mind off it, because like a lot of things are like limited and closed off during quarantine, that's why I think people are just like finally willing to like be all ears and open their eyes about it and stuff. I don't think it has to do much like because of popularity. I think it's just the timing.
That is a good perspective. It made me think about the fact that also, does it also have to do with the amount of time that people are now spending on social media because there's nothing to go out and do because of COVID?
Exactly.
So they become exposed to these things, and normally something they wouldn't care to look at, they're now seeing it, you know, all over their timeline. They're like, all right, let me look at this and see, you know, what's the talk about.
Yeah. See, like, you see how like celebrities, like talk show hosts and stuff like that, during quarantine, since they're not able to do things like that, you notice how like people started off becoming so obsessed with like celebrities and thinking of these are like these amazing people to look up to, and then little by little, because of quarantine, when they had more time to actually look into these people, they realized like that, you know, there's a lot more behind them than just being an entertainer.
That they're trash. People started realizing a lot of these people they hold up to these high standards are actually grade A trash.
Mhm.
I was pretty fascinated when you were exposing Tom Hanks.
Oh man, that fucking rabbit hole was so crazy. I forgot where I saw it. I'm pretty sure I was looking at a QAnon post, and it said Tom Hanks, because it's very short. When they write in those threads, it's like very short. They don't put too much. I don't know if it's for security or whatever, but it said Tom Hanks Instagram, and then it had the date. So I go to the Tom Hanks Instagram and the date of the post, and I'm like, okay, like it's just a glove on concrete, and then it says SRC USA. So I look it up. I go back to the thread and it says use the Russian search engine Yandex and search in what's written in chalk. So I go to the Yandex thing and I type in SRC USA, and wow, I was just like, whoa, you know, is this a mistake? Like, what's going on here? And it was just a bunch of, I mean, I don't know how much I could say on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I can use the term. It was lewd photos and links to child pornography, and entire threads of people talking about child pornography and how they could locate little boys and little girls and how much people were selling them for. It's crazy if you go down that rabbit hole. And then, you know, lo and behold, Tom Hanks, I saw a QAnon thread at the beginning of COVID saying that Tom Hanks has left to Australia because he's going to get prosecuted for child sex crimes. But then mainstream media is like, oh, he's shooting a movie. But then people started looking up, you know, what movie is this? And they couldn't find what movie is being shot in Australia. There's no, according to the internet, I haven't thoroughly checked this, but according to the internet, there is no movie being shot because of COVID. And then, I mean, he made it worse. What, 2 weeks ago, he announced that he became an official citizen of Greece. And pedophilia is not a offense. It's a mental illness in Greece. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that. But the movie thing, I thought it was a movie about like, it was like a war movie. I could have sworn I saw like.
That's what I heard. No, that's what I heard is he's shooting war movie. But then the people from 4chan are saying that they have no backlogs, No sheets, no, like, nothing. Like, I'm talking about the people that, like, if you think I'm into conspiracies, these people are, like, fucking doing hacks and shit just to get to information. And they're saying that there's no tangible evidence that there was actually a movie shoot going on. And then Hanks immediately goes, oh, me and my wife went into lockdown because we have COVID. And then, like, 2 weeks later, he's like, oh, we're COVID free. And then he never came back to the U.S., and he moved to Greece. And he got his citizenship, and he's staying in Greece. And he's saying that the reason why he's moving his entire family to Greece is for humanitarian aid, so he can help people out in Greece.
That's nice of him.
Yeah, it's very nice of him. Sorry, Mike. My allergies are kicking my ass.
I didn't find out about any of that stuff until I saw a lot of posts about like some guy named Isaac Cappy.
Oh yeah, guy who ended up dead.
Yeah, that's the first, like, that's when I started finding out about Tom Hanks, and he was like exposing other people like Seth Green, like other actors and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's how I started finding out about him, and that was disappointing because I always thought Tom Hanks was awesome.
Same here. He's like the grandpa in the movie industry. We're like, oh, okay, I fuck with Tom Hanks. Like, he's in this
exactly,
movie.
And now it worries me, like, how many other actors out there that hasn't been exposed yet that are like a part of all this.
I mean, look at Chris D'Elia. A week before he got accused of having sex with minors, he was telling everyone that Pizzagate is fake, that the Epstein Island thing is fake. He's like, you really think celebrities are going out to this island and fucking little kids? Go outside, bro. And then the next week, it's like accusation after accusation after accusation of him trying to fuck.
So has that been confirmed yet?
Well, he hasn't said a single word. He hasn't made a single broadcast. He hasn't made a single tweet. And yes, it has been confirmed. There's tons of girls with receipts from his verified Instagram account and his verified Facebook account where, and people looked up the tour dates of these messages. So it's like, oh, so they fact check it. They're like, oh, he messaged me on, let's say, August 16th. He said he was in town on tour in Seattle, and he said if we could meet up. I was 15 at the time, and then people went back and looked at the tour dates, and he would be in Seattle on August the 15th in 2017. And his show was over by 9 p.m. and the message is like 10:30. It's like, oh, my show's just over. I'm just hanging out at the comedy club bar. You want to hang out? So just the amount of evidence was so damning against him, and he hasn't come out and said anything. I'm not gonna say it's 100% because I don't like to. My whole thing is innocent until proven guilty, but it doesn't look good for him. I wonder if Hollywood knew this whole time, and as a joke, they've casted him twice. In a show and in a movie. In the show, it was in what's the show where the three guys Workaholics, and he plays a child molester in Workaholics, and then he's in the show You on Netflix, and he plays a rapist, a child rapist on the show You. So I'm like, did Hollywood just like know and play on it? Like, did they hold it over his head or what? Because I don't believe in coincidences.
Oh no, yeah. I feel like Hollywood in general, like showing like little subliminals and stuff like that. I feel like it's like to mock people. Like if you haven't figured it out yet, like they try to put it on the side for them to probably like laugh about.
Yeah, it's kind of like like this is going on, but there's nothing that you can do about it.
Exactly, like taunting.
And we got Trump out here since the beginning of his presidency. He's been arresting a lot of people involved in child sex trafficking. I mean, the first week he was in, 1,000 people were arrested in California.
So isn't he a part of that though?
I mean,
or it was? I don't know.
He was friends with Epstein. Wait, Frank, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
All right, he was friends with Epstein, and one of his friends, they were all at the Mar-a-Lago golf course. And one of his friends came up to him and said, hey, Epstein was hitting on my daughter. And at the time, that this guy's daughter was 15. So Trump banned Epstein from all of his hotels, golf courses, and cut him out of his life. That's why they can only find pictures of Trump with Epstein in the late 80s. They can't find any emails. They can't find any flight logs. They can't find any of that because Trump cut him off a long time ago.
But even if he doesn't have a connection with Epstein anymore, doesn't Trump himself have a history of just being like predatory overall?
I mean, he has a history of being creepy towards his daughter.
That's a problem, but
that's definitely
no history of how he is with like minors or just like girls in general.
Not that I know
like,
of. Not that's been proven. Not that's actually because they took him to court, but there was no tangible evidence. It was like a hearsay, and he won that lawsuit. Like you have to take things like by fact or fiction, because if we go by whataboutism, I mean you can do whataboutism all day, which is what I used to do. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general, because it's like, all right, he won the court case, so now do we pick and choose whose court cases count and whose court cases don't count? You feel me? So if he won the court case, like, and we go, oh, that's fake, he definitely did it, then when someone you like goes to court and he gets off free and someone else goes to you and says, oh, no, fuck that court case, they did it, you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to be like, no, like, they got out free, they were not charged, there was no evidence, you know, he's free to go.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, hey, he went to court for it, he was summoned to court, and he didn't get charged, so I don't know. There's a whole list of people being taken to court right now that it's not being televised because they know if they televised it, the Democratic Party would be fucking destroyed. There's like 50 people going to court right now, prominent Democratic representatives going to court for child pornography or soliciting sex from a minor.
Yeah.
I saw this post. It was like a fucking laundry list of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't even get to the end of it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it just kept fucking going and going. I think you're talking about the list that I saw. It was like mayors, governors, senators,
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and some people from companies. The Black Lives Matter guy. Hey, what's up, Jonathan?
Yeah.
The guy Wade, one of the co-founders of Black Lives Matter, got arrested for soliciting sex from a minor. So it's like
And
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait. What Black Lives Matter guy?
The co-founder of Black Lives Matter. His name is something Wade. Just look up Wade, Black Lives Matter, or BLM, sex with minor, and he got arrested for soliciting prostitution from a minor.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's not a surprise to me because in Antifa and communism, pedophilia is a very like accepted thing. A lot of communists were pedophiles. They saw no problem with sleeping with little boys and little girls. So, and the Black Lives Matter organization is a communist organization that's being funded by China. But you say that like I say it, and people are like, oh, so what you're saying is Black lives don't matter. And I'm like, no, Black lives fucking matter every single day. But the problem that I have it with is the only time Black lives matter to this organization is when you're dead and you're a hashtag. Because if you're black and you vote for Trump, your life does not matter to Black Lives Matter. To them, you're definitely can't say that word on YouTube, but you're a C word and you're an Uncle Tom and you're a sellout. If you're black and you don't vote for Hillary or Biden, just like Biden said, if you vote for Trump, you're not black. That is extremely fucking racist. And I saw so many black people give Biden a pass for that. Like, oh, he wasn't being racist. He was saying, like, you're an Uncle Tom. And I'm like, y'all don't understand that that's racial classism. That's racist as fuck for a white man to go on this interview and tell a black audience, because he was being interviewed by Charlemagne the God, who's also a fucking Uncle Tom. And he says, if you vote for Trump, then you're not black. Wait, did you guys say something? Oh, okay. Which is racist. And Black Lives Matter, one of the fucking co-founders, I posted the video, the female, she said we're Marxists. She said we're trained Marxists and trained protesters. I'm like, bro, what do you mean trained? What is that? I mean, I know what that means, but I'm asking the public, like, what does she mean by trained? It's a psyops. It's controlled opposition. They're not an actual grassroots movement with authentic ass people running it. Like, they want communism. They want complete anarchy. That's why they're out in the street saying fuck white people and assaulting and almost killing white people and justifying it by after yelling Black Lives Matter. And that's not cool. But if you say these type of things, like I have been saying, people think that I'm against my own kind, and I'm like, no, Black Lives Matter every single fucking day. I don't have to be a hashtag to fucking matter. The only time that these people give a fuck about you is when you're dead. They've received over $1 billion in donations, and it goes nowhere. It goes to fucking political campaigns. They don't restructure the black communities where the fucking black on black crime is happening. Like, oh, black on black, huh?
No, continue.
Black on black crime, and when I say that, there's white on white crime, there's Asian on Asian crime. Predominantly, most crime is committed to the people of your own ethnic group, because that's what neighborhoods are. If you're in a neighborhood with black people, most people in the neighborhood are black. Same for white, same for Asian. This money that the Black Lives Matter group take, there's an open file on their website that shows you where the money goes to. It goes to Berto, it goes to Bernie, it goes to Warren, it goes to Kamala Harris, it goes to Joe Biden. It does not fucking help the black people that they use as pawns, that go out there and march and get pepper sprayed, shot in the fucking skull with rubber bullets, tear gas. All those people taking the L by these cops, some of them getting now life sentences for rioting. They're not... Yeah. They're fucking giving out life sentences now to people who are organizing these riots and taking down the statues. If you take down a statue now, you get an automatic life sentence.
Taking down a statue is a life sentence, but things like rape and child trafficking and all that stuff doesn't even get a life sentence.
Well, that's what Trump is working on, is flushing out the child sex trafficking and the rapists out of D.C. That's why they want him out of there. Black Lives Matter. The George Floyd thing came at a perfect time when there's re-election coming. There's so many other black men that have been executed by police officers this year, and Black Lives Matter didn't give a single fuck about any of those black people, and they chose